Hello, everyone. Cohenversations number 34. Friday, May 1st. Happy May Day, everybody. Can you believe it's May? Wow. Anyway, welcome. Uh, I'm back and waiting for some people to show up. I did say that I thought I was going to be starting this late today. As it turns out, it's just a little bit late, so that's not too bad. Um, but I wanted to give people a chance to show up. Someone's here. I see that one little eye. That is frustrating. I really wish I knew who that was. Anyway, today I would like to talk about people who support. We hear a lot about our frontline workers, and that is incredibly important. Hi, Larry. How are you? Um, the frontline workers are obviously, we could not survive without them. Um, there are the grocery store workers who, I gotta tell you, our grocery store has the best people working there. Number one, obviously you kind of get to know people who work at the grocery store, so they are all really extended family, which is really cool. Waving back to Larry. Um, and they're amazing. They are just amazing. They are unfailingly friendly and helpful, and they put up with the craziness that's constantly going on around them these days, and that is just an amazing thing. Luckily, I'm knocking wood. Luckily, we have not had to engage the efforts of any medical workers, but wow, you can't say enough about our medical workers. Um, a Zoom appointment with my doctor just as a follow up on something, and that was very, very pleasant. And it is the way to get a prostate exam online. Got to tell you, much, much more pleasant that way. No, I'm just kidding. Did not get a prostate exam over Zoom. Just want to clear that up. Anyway, but the medical workers are amazing. We see it on the news constantly. I would not want to be in their position these days. That's all I have to say about that. But they are, without diminishing the gratitude that we should feel for them, um, they are getting that attention. We talk about the frontline workers a lot. But I wanted to just mention today the fact that there are a lot of other very important people out there who regularly support others. I've mentioned a little bit about going back to work full time this week. Actually, started a little bit last week. Um, our company, Discovery Cube, is pretty much reworking several of our programs to have an online presence, virtual classrooms, pretty much. Um, it means taking programs, assemblies that pretty much depend on going to schools and seeing huge amounts of kids and using them as volunteers for these programs, taking those programs and turning them into a short webinar style lesson. This is not an easy thing to do. Myself and a very talented young woman, Erica Rueda, who is another manager at Discovery Cube, were tasked with a small team of instructors. By small team, I mean 3 instructors. We were to create 9 webinars, each one with at least 2. One of them has 3 activities that kids can download online. And we were given about a week, a little more than a week to do that. This is a task that I thought was an impossibility. But because of the efforts of this team of instructors and Erica, we accomplished it, and we accomplished it early, which is really impressive. Now, next week, we are going into recording these webinars for live broadcast later. These instructors, who are not used to doing this sort of thing, none of us are, have dove head first into the effort. They are amazing. They are fearless. And they are excited. I've got to say, if any of you have worked in an organization for a good amount of time, suddenly the bad parts of it start to take focus over the good parts of it. I don't care what the company is. That's just the human nature. We start seeing the problems. And Discovery Cube was no different. We were all sitting there kind of doing our job, going about the day. Because of this pandemic and the resulting quarantine, we were put out of work for an amazingly brief time. I do want to say that. An amazingly brief amount of time. I know there are still people who are completely unemployed, and we were so lucky to be brought back. But when we were brought back and asked to do something totally new and totally foreign to what we are used to doing, there was a renewed sense of energy and creativity and enthusiasm, and it is inspiring to be part of that effort and working with these people. Now, as I was starting to say, next week we go into starting to film these things and doing it in a safe, distant manner. And there is one person who's come in here now and then. His name is Larry Quino. He and I usually have some kind of insulting banter going back and forth. He is truly what I call a supportive individual. He is going to be going down there next week, number one, to open up the building, because he's one of the few people that actually has privilege to open up the buildings at this point, and to help me set things up, pretty much stage manage for me, lack of a better way of describing it. And aside from within our group, and we all recognize his value, aside from within that group, he's going to get absolutely no credit or thanks for this. That's pretty much how he does his job in all aspects. He just gets things done and makes the rest of the group look good. It's important to look at people like that and recognize them for the valuable person they are. Not enough of us do that. Yeah, we'll thank people. We'll say, hey, thanks for doing that. But we don't recognize them intrinsically for the value that they provide simply by being supportive. Now, this can mean getting the props we need for these webinars. That is a supportive act. But more than that, he's simply supportive. He comes to our online meetings and talks about how excited he is that we're doing this. He is very open in his support and praise of everyone involved. It's never asked. We don't require it. He's just giving that way. Now, he's just one example. There are a lot of examples. If any of you saw my webinar. Now I'm thinking webinar. I can't get webinar out of my mind. If anyone saw my Cohenversations yesterday, I was sitting not sure whether I should do these or not. And I was very clear about saying this is not a plea for responses or anything. But I do want to tell you that I got some incredibly nice support. One person, Larry Scott, who has been here regularly, ridiculously regularly. Larry needs to find a life. But I cannot tell you how grateful I am for his support and his kind words and his insight and wisdom. Within the chat yesterday, my friend Rick Reichman said wonderfully inspiring things. There are people in every aspect of our lives that support us. And I just wanted to take today to thank those people and to encourage you to look at the people, the invisible masses that on a daily basis probably do something to make your life easier. And if you get the chance, reach out to them and thank them and specify why they are supportive and what they do to support you. Because as we've always heard, no man is an island, and that goes for women too. You're not islands. And we need to be connected and we need to be supportive. And every now and then, no matter how independent and confident you are, you need someone to support you. So do that. Think about that. Reach out to those people. Thank them for their support. Let them know that it's recognized. Now, if I didn't mention you specifically, it's probably because you're not at the top of my brain right now, but I do know that there are a lot of people out there who are incredibly supportive, and I do appreciate you. I can go right down this list here and just talk about each of you who at one point or another has been incredibly supportive of me. Whether it's on a project, just supportive of I know that I could not continue doing anything that I do without your efforts as well. So I've talked a lot about those people, and I've also talked about this next subject because when it comes to support, there's nothing like a dog. So my friend Bobby lost his dog today. I do well when it comes to losing a pet. I've been through it way too many times. But give your pets a little love. For Bobby's dog. It's a hard thing to go through, and all they are is love and support. And they don't have to do anything, and they don't know that they're doing it. It's just natural for them to support you and to be there for you. So, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. If you are able to join the Directors Roundtable on Sunday night at 7, please do. It's a lot of fun, and I've got two amazing people who will be joining me. Ms. Kathy Palladino, who has joined me before. She's a wonderful director, and she works at a lot of different theaters in Orange County. And very exciting for me, my old friend Joe Hogan, who was a business partner of mine when we ran Flea Bitten Productions. He's a high school drama teacher, and he also will be joining me for the first time on one of these. So this Sunday should be really, really, really fun. Um, in the meantime, over the weekend, don't be crazy. Don't go to the beach. Please don't be one of those people. Just go outside on your baby, enjoy the beautiful weather on your own, on a walk away from people. And while you're out there, or when you come back, wash your hands, stay far away from each other, don't touch your face. And thanks for joining me today. I love you all.